must have dropped.
Well, see what happens was 10 o'clock hit and that announcement hit, and here's what they did. I can tell you, if we'd have been out here watching this right here, see this going up, that would have been green, 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 green. Knowing we're gonna be pulling in a lot of people, because that's going up crazy.
That is
They're gonna be
crazy.
buying, buying. And it's gonna get right up here and zip. So in other words, the buyers went crazy,
That is
but then the
nuts.
sellers come in and took it all the way down there, and then the buyers caught it back up. But that's what an announcement does. So unless you was already in one and was up in here, well, I don't even see it. See, you really, if you was in up here, you had just a little bit of money to make it anyway. But if you'd been in the thing, you'd have probably lost that. If you'd been before this come up right here, you might have said, I'm gonna try and get this pocket right here. I mean,
Man, that is a crazy wick on that thing.
but anyhow, let's just say that you said, well, I see there ain't nothing happening right here. This is just scrambled eggs. But I do see a little supplies on here, so I'm gonna get in right here. And you get in, always colored in. So the supplies red, demand green. But anyhow, so I said, well, I'm gonna get in this one, you know. And even if you did get in it and you got a little bit out of it, 10 o'clock's gonna take you out. And even though you think, oh, I got in it and I'm making money, and then you say, I'm making a little money, oh, but it didn't stop me out, we'll say, it didn't stop me out, so I'm still in it, ooh, looking good. Oh, that's all right, I ain't give up yet. Oh, now I'm back to making money, still making some money. Boom! 10 o'clock hits.
Took you out.
Yeah, so in other words, this to me is all, I just call them fake outs.
Yeah.
They fake you out on these, because listen,
That is
let me-
bad there.
let's show you-
I've never seen
hang-
anything like that.
but hang on a minute, let me show you, this is a really, really, really big market influence. Watch this. Michigan consumer sentiment. Oh yeah, that's really, really tears the market up. Michigan. There it is, 10 o'clock, Michigan consumer sentiment.
What does that mean?
Nothing. But they use it to get liquidity. The only reason that is a 3-star is because the market
That's a 3-star
is going to
impact.
use. That's a 3 here.
Yeah. Wow.
See, here's the 2 stars right there today, and then 1 stars, and it's a bunch of them. 1 star every 25 things. Look,
3-star ones?
see here, look at it. These are things, but this is.
It'll affect the market.
See, I got this looking at worldwide markets because the worldwide markets fake it. But look, this are the things that are actually happening today.
Right.
Okay.
And who's talking about this?
And
Where's this
see
happening?
the red ones, those are 3-star. These are happening. And building permits, some kind of momentum, blah, 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 housing starts. But up here is building permits, housing starts. These are the ones that usually really affect it. But I actually believe that, well, we're not going to worry about this because the market ain't moves. The pre-market would have really went crazy. But I looked at it, it didn't even go crazy because they knew this was coming. We're going to use that right there.
We don't use it.
I guarantee you, I know it. I know it like I know my name. That's all that is right there, that big wick.
Big setup.
It is to clip out anybody that was in there and kind of fake people out. But now this This,
Take 'em out.
when you get this thing, remember Alt R will get you, you know, and you can always get that. And that Alt R is just a fast to get you back, and you won't have to do all this. But this trading view, this right here will teach you so much. And here the thing about it is, they got all kinds of help things here to teach you how to trade. You could get on this and learn how to really be a good trader in any type of trade. You could be really good and just literally never leave this. You can trade from here. See, we're on this paper trading, but you can, well, I don't know, because like I said, I don't use this. I use the wrong platform. I just use this as a,
Is that the one you set up last night? Up $1,100?
yeah. But what happens is, anyhow, if we open this up and you went right in there right into, this would say platforms or something like that, and you click on that. I gotta learn how to get in and out of and then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find it. I'm just gonna show you. Then I'll show you that trailer. There's got to be a way to close out this. Oh, close trading pattern. That's all I had to do.
Oh, I think.
No, it's still there. Where's the help?
Dirty dog.
Oh, shit. Well, that was not it. I need to get into the gift right here. Oh, there you go. How can I connect? Disconnect. Okay, here's, what you making?
We got to cook this sausage, bro.
Oh, you know, good. Paper tray. Yeah, this trade I put on yesterday, it's up $1,160. That's good. You know, ain't that cool right there? What's really cool about that is you literally can make money while you're sleeping.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, just make money. And I mean, not because the stock market went up and you own a bunch of stock, no, because you actually did something that caused you to make money. You actually,
Yeah. That's right. Destiny into your own hands.
and I had them up, opened up another trading view like I was gonna keep doing them, and it showed all of them. And then it went to paper trading. So it knew I was already in there, so it locked back in, and so I couldn't even open up a separate one. I could close mine out and do it.
Oh, I got you.
There should be a way out, just to flip a switch from this to back to normal. And it's gotta be something that simple, I just don't have a clue. I can remember, yesterday or the day before I come up here, it took me forever to get off of that and get on this. I had to go and chat, and,
Right.
and I just, you know, there's just plenty of people hook up to what I'm saying, once you go live.
Come on.
When you're looking for these bases, remember I said you like the base would be the body to here, there, and then down, going down here, it could be the body down.
Just the body
Be the
up.
body up. This on the supply, be the body up. So down here would be the body down. But anyhow, and sometimes I wrap the whole, both wicks. See that wick? I'll wrap that, that one in the middle with the base. See the little base right here? So I'm wrapping that like that, but I would never do that. Like I said, I use it on pivots, I take the base right here, the bottom of the base. So if I was gonna put on See, that was this, I shouldn't even have that up there. This is also a way to buy or sell, you know. Like I say, I don't use this side, I'm not, then you make it bigger, make it bigger. There it is, okay, I was waiting on that, but, yeah, so if I were going to do this, I would grab the bottom of this and go up, if I was gonna use that. But I would never use that one, or I would never use this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. You see, you know how if I do that, and I tell you I want to go down and then come back and hit it and then leave, like I said it and forget it? How many times has that already been hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a useless, again, for lack of a better term, that's just a fake out supply. That supply would never hold up. That's a true supply that's on you. Because you go right here, you do the program. You go here, you know, I took that leg up, I get that first one. All right, so that is a base, and at this point in time would be a great base, because it's this one little fire line, number 1, better than 2, 3, 4. So this is a place they dropped off a bunch of shirts, and now they're selling them. But what happens was, when they came back in and touched it, and all you have to do is touch it, and it should take off. Just like it's doing. This is immediate retest. So you have this little thing, and it's had an immediate retest. This thing here is going in. So if you got in it with this little thing right here, you would be making money. But what happens is, you would never do, you'd have to have this whole thing formed first, so you wouldn't even be in it yet. But this is formed, so you gotta say, I'm waiting on it to come back up and hit it, and then leave. Hit it and go. Just grab a bunch of shirts and leave. All right, so here's what happened. Right now, I expect it to go way down. It hit me, it got me in right here. And I should expect, well, this is gonna make a lot of money for me, because it's going down. But now it's done, it will come up and hit it. This one don't count because it was part of the original. It hit it once, it hit it twice, it's hit it 3 times, it hits that zone. That zone is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I don't know, I haven't seen it, but it's not gonna be a good one. It's looking good, looking better. Real good. Real good. Real good. So that one.
You up to speed now?
No, what I'm saying is, I said if I could put that one on and it came and hit it, and it went up and hit it again, that was okay. But when it hit that 3rd time, most of the time, that's collapsed. But it did, look. And that was because that was a 10 o'clock meeting. So that big long wick wouldn't, if that 10 o'clock meeting had been there, I see it would have been, would have rolled on down, and it wouldn't have come. But once it hit it, it really was just trying to take out these sellers. And once it hit that, before I saw it, I forgot about the 10 o'clock, I was thinking, that kind of like destroyed it. It didn't destroy it, really weakened it had. But, irregardless of the 10 o'clock, it still was a really good win.
Yeah.
It was a really good win. So it would have been a win, even though, because this has never got to the stop. My stop would be above, at least above that wick, it'd be up there. My stop, be right. Suppose I could be there. And so my stop was in there, so I wouldn't even come to the river, close to it. But I said, man, I didn't know it was 10 o'clock. I didn't know, I got to look. Why did it do that? I looked to see,
But look,
this one here I started. See the wick to wick? What's that one doing? See, I hit it.
That's
If
a
I go
leg.
here, wait a minute,
That's a leg.
no, but I'm saying, you see where that's at right now? Did anything enter this zone? Yes. Has anything entered it besides that little wrap? Has anything went in there yet?
Just those
No.
first three.
Nothing has gotten in there. If I go wick to wick with my zone, wick to wick, this is it I'm looking at right here, this little one. That's a base, that's a leg. Don't pay no attention to that. This is a base. So if I go to the base, has anybody entered that zone there?
You go to what?
In the red zone,
Yeah.
has anybody entered that zone that way? Yes.
Right.
What's that guy right there?
Yeah.
He's up in it pretty good. This guy here is actually forming another wonderful area, but I'm just saying, that hit this week, so when I was putting this on, I would do this. That one's got a better chance of it coming up and hitting. This one will still hit right here, but it's made my zone much wider, so I got $100 against, I gotta make a much bigger thing to get my risk to reward. My risk to reward right there would be easier to hit than that big wide one. So let's just see if this would come up there and hit this. Now here's another thing too, I like. Remember when I said these little things going along with leg, and then a base, leg, base, and they're little short ones like that, and I call them, all they are is continuations. But when you get a zone on a zone, that's real strong, usually for this one here. So I just about would bet, and that's what I am doing, I put it on. But I'm saying it's gonna come there and not right here, turn right now. It's doing it, it's turning right now, just from off of this one. But it won't do it long, it's gonna come back to this one. But it's right now, we're up to the regular time. It's 10:50, yeah. So we have to wait a little while. But I would put that one on right there. Okay, so I would put that one on right now. I'm gonna sell. Right? I'm going back, I want to go down, so I'm gonna sell, right?
So
I sell. And where would I put my stop? According to my plan, my stop will be way up there.
yeah.
But since I know that was a news thing, I'm just gonna get right to this one right here. All right? And because I don't want to, if I get in trouble, I don't want to wait up there and lose the bottom. And then I put the target right below it, yeah, I shoot that right there. And that is, this from here to here, is that at least 2 times? Yes. Huh?
My neighbor put my trash can up.
That's the guy next
Across
door
the
to
street.
across the street. Oh, he opened up you,
My ring went off.
but he opened up, and just because he walked through the property, or he opened up the garage?
No, he was in the camera view.
Oh, in the camera you were talking about. So,
No, he didn't run.
no, that's what I mean, I'm going, man, you're a nice guy, that did anybody would run.
Definitely.
I would do that, yeah. Matter of fact, that camera was pretty real scared of it. He did not, everybody was trying to scam him. He figured it was, oh, you know, Alexa, my Alexa, he unplugs it all the time. I said, man, when you leave, that ain't yours, okay? They're getting all your information, yeah, they're getting yours just like they are mine, they robbing all of us. If I leave Alexa on, I want to talk to her and I want her to talk back to me. I want the music to play when so quit unplugging it, because you worried about them stealing all your info. You ain't got no money in the first place, okay? There ain't nobody really wanting to steal your money, because
they don't steal.
what you got? 100 grand total?
Yeah.
But they looking for guys that got millions, okay? That's who they really out there. They want to get somebody where they can write 7 checks for $49,000 each. But anyhow, So I give this board of working on cars, I just give him, I said, this, I said, if they have a problem, they 10-0700.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and he looked at me like, and he said, they just give you a car to anybody else. I said, look, I wouldn't give that car to anybody I don't trust him. I said, he spends money on it. Don't you think I'm gonna see that? I just look out on my phone and I'm just like, man, George is spending my freaking money. You know? I can't believe it. I love him. He loves me. Why would he do this to me? I busted him. So I lost whatever he's spending. Because I'm gonna stop the car right here. Look all up and say, stop it now, right now. I got a buddy spending money. Hey, here's a really good one. This is a really good one. So I got two big dog beds, one in the master and one in the living room for just a little bitty puppy. The dog beds are so big you couldn't put them in a regular washing machine, so I take them to the, they ain't that expensive, usually I just buy. But these two here, he seemed to like them so much, and they were the same color, a little different form. So I take them to this washing place, you know, where you pay to wash.
Laundromat.
Laundromat. And you can't put money in the washing machines. You have to put money in the thing over, and it gives you a credit card. A little, and it just so happened the credit card blue, it said Washarama or whatever. And then you go to the washing machine, you stick your card in there, and what you got on there,
Charge it up.
$10, and I'm sure that people would get $10 and only spend $9, but they got 10. You just got a card you got to come out and use, which you probably never use.
Residual.
But, so you put that in there, and then I had a couple of dollars left on my card, and this lady there, I had asked her, I said, I'll give you one of them pots. I didn't bring the 3 pots. I thought I brought 4. Give me one of your pots, please. She said, sure. So she gave me this. So when I got ready to leave, I was talking to her anyway. Man, she'd have been an easy pickup. She was a pretty girl living in a van.
Living in a van.
Living in a van. She had all these clothes she wanted. And I said, you living in a van? It's good as yours. There's 1,000 men within a mile of right here that would take you home with them. And if I didn't have one, I would be one of them too. I'd be one right now. And I said, but do you come up here regular in case? I'm joking with her. I didn't think literally my wife was going to be gone. Yeah. But anyhow, so I give her that, and this is what I do when I get ready to leave. I say, hey, look, sweetheart, here, have fun. And I give her the Washarama card.
With some residual on it.
Yes, with some money left on it. Wasn't but a couple of bucks.
Right.
So I go to the dollar store, and I stick my card out there like this, and I stick it in there, and it won't work. And I put it back out, and the girl said, that won't work. That's a Washarama card.
Oh shit.
And I went,
Oh, you gave her your credit
I
card.
said, oh, I gave her my debit card and I told her to have fun. And
Oh, no.
So I did like this, I said, and now this has been an hour or two.
Oh my
And I
god.
do like this and I say, well, let's see how much fun she's had. and she had bought at that Washarama, which you didn't have to put in. I didn't tell her the number because I didn't think I was giving her my debit card. But at the Washarama, she had done bought about $10. So she was fixed for the next couple of months. Then she went to Walmart and she was just buying $11, $9, and I asked my daughter Tangy, who knows every scam in the world, I said, why was she just doing? I'm looking at 11, 9, 10, and she said, oh, Dad, you don't never have to use your number, then you just hit enter, and it's a credit. And then she bought $150 something, and I said, well, I think it's time now to shut her down. So I called up I actually went to the bank, and I said, look, I gave my card to a girl, and I told her to have fun, and she's been having a good time. And I said, but I need to cut her off. And they said, well, okay, you want us to go get that money? And now it's $208 or something stupid. She said, you want us to go back and we'll put the money back in and we'll pursue her? And I said, no,
No, I told her to have fun.
no, sir. No, sir. She's just gonna find out that the fund's out.
Yeah, it's
As
over.
far as I'm concerned,
You've had your
I
fun.
gave her my money and said, have fun. Now I'm gonna have her locked up for
Yeah.
having fun?
They won't look, they
That
won't
was
do
my, that was my
anything anyway.
mistake.
Huh?
That was my mistake. A couple $100, what's wrong with it?
They won't do shit anyway.
Well, they actually, you know what they do? At least they were told it. Even with checks, somebody writes a check. See, here's what I did. I'm in Charleston working, and this dude, Gary Kiesler, and he's from Edgefield, South Carolina. Tells me he went to Clemson, played golf in the Clemson team, and he is a really good golfer. We had a lot of fun together. And so, Gary says, I got this really 36-inch screen TV. They didn't have no flat screen then. It was just TV. And 36-inch was as big as it comes. And that thing weighed, it took 2 people to pick it up. And he said, I'll let you have that. And I traded him a Peen staff bag for it. And, which a Peen staff bag was reasonably new, and they were probably $300 or $400 back then. They were about $600 now. You know, I'm talking about a tour.
Heavy duty.
Tour plate. No, but staff bag. It's the big one where it took all the tour
Just
players
sit
together.
straight up.
And no, yeah, they ain't got no legs on it.
Yeah.
But, and anyhow, he says, so I'm looking one day in I have my Caney Engineering, my corporate checkbook, because I got people working for me and I write just write them checks. And then some of them, like, I was working in North Carolina, somebody's mailing me a check. But so I did them checks. And I did that, I'm sure, with him in there. He was the purchasing agent for the contractor that was working for West Baker. And he said, and I'm sure he was in there. And so I was in there looking in my checks that I got every month. They send you your thing. And what they would do there is, back then, they do it, I think, everywhere now, but back then they had a picture of every check, front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back. It would be about 7 or 8 or 10. This was my corporate. They didn't do that with my regular, but my corporate day. And I was going through there looking, I paid something. I know I paid it something. Going through there looking like this, and I'm saying, I know I paid that thing. What was it? And then I saw Gary Kiesler, $400. And I went, that's chicken scratch. That ain't my chicken scratch. But I know whose chicken scratch that is. That's Gary's chicken scratch. He's come in here and got one of my checks.
You know-
Wrote him a check.
And
For
forward's your name.
Yeah, sign my name. So I go, now he is now gone. We down to nobody. We're doing 5 phases of startup. And there's this girl that's Fort Bacon Davis is she answers the phone. God, she's pretty. She looks like Britney Spears. Britney Spears at the time was 14. She's a Disney girl, you know. And this girl she was like her, but she was 19. Anyhow, and I said, hey, and she had been dating Gary. Okay.
What?
She
How old
this-
is Gary?
Here's 28, 30.
Oh, this kid done wrote himself a check.
Yeah. But he was a very, very clever guy. This is a really cool story. I mean, it really is. It's like, you're kidding me. But, yeah, he's probably 30. He still look very young, nice looking guy. And so I went in there and I says, you seen Gary Kiesler? And she said, oh, no, I haven't. She said, I haven't seen him in a long time. She's plain normal. She said, yeah, we haven't dated in a long time. And I said, well, you know where he's at now? And I said, because I didn't tell her. He sold me a TV. And I know from where he was living, you know, in this house. You know, I knew he had left that house because he sold me a TV. I can't take it with me, he said. And so And I said, he's in some apartment, I think in Mount Pleasant. And she said, yeah, that's where he lives, on Mount Pleasant. And I said, so you know Quaker, I need to see him. And she said, no, what's going on, Pat? And I said, look, I just need to see Gary.
Look.
And then she said, would you just please tell me why? And I said, why are you not telling me why? Why are you not sharing? You're holding something back. I can see that. What's the problem? Where is he at? What's the place? Just get me close. She said, I can't. And I said, what do you mean you can't? She said, I just can't. You don't understand, but I can't. And I said,
You don't understand.
no, really. Now you're going to understand why she's saying this in a minute. And I says, girl, this ain't making no sense. She said, at least tell me why, Pat. And I said, that's why. You see that name right there? That ain't Pat Kaney's signature. But Gary Kiefer, it was paid to order Gary Kiefer $400. And I said, that's why. He wrote a check out of my checkbook.
Yeah.
And he cashed it. This is the one that got cashed right here. See the name on the back? And she said, oh my. She starts going like that. And I went, what in the world's going on? She said, they got a bus planned for in the morning. I can't say anything.
A bus plane.
That's what a bust, B-U-S-T.
Oh, bust.
A bus planned for in the morning. I can't say anything. Just leave me alone.
The popo.
The popo's fixing to get him. And so immediately I said, they're busting, you can't say anything.
She's undercover.
No, she ain't undercover. She knows about it because she's the secretary of the project manager who they've talked to and found out where he lives and all this stuff. So they're part of the bust. She's part of it, not undercover.
So
she just got dragged into it because she just was in the wrong place.
So he's been doing some other stuff.
Other than this, she just knows. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. She just knows what's fixing to happen in the morning.
In the morning.
And so I said, okay, he's been writing checks out of everybody's checkbook. Undoubtedly, they're fixing to bust him. I mean, this is enough to where they've put a secret
Task force on that.
yeah, a secret task force. They ain't just going knocking on the door and saying, we got a warrant for your arrest. They're surrounding the building. This dude is a badass. He's crazy. And I just didn't know it, I guess. And so he
Go Gary.
yeah. So there's a guy left there that was his roommate. And I say, okay, I ain't gonna do nothing. So they get him, they lock him up, they put him in the Charleston County jail, whatever, Mount Pleasant jail, whatever. And so that doesn't go on, what she says. And so that was a Friday, they did it on Saturday, and I cut out and went home. And I came back, and this guy that was his roommate, I said, Gary got locked up. He said, yeah, he's in jail. He said, he should be in jail. I said, really? I thought y'all was kind of tight. He said, Pat, he said, you didn't know he stole a couple $1,000 from me? And I said, oh, I did not know that. And he said, yeah. He said, one time he went to the boat, which me and him went to the boat gambling, down in Brunswick. And he said he went to the boat and he left a note on the table. No, this was the second. He said, I came in my room, and his room was all tossed around. He said, his is more than mine, like somebody had ransacked it. He said, in my top drawer, which I kept a couple $1,000 in cash, just kept it was missing. And of course, when he got back, and all this, he said, meanwhile, the cops tell me, when he tells them the story, and they look and see Gary's room's a lot more destroyed. In other words, I want to really make it look like they was after me too, so he really took all the clothes out of the drawers there. And just did a couple of them in there, that's how stupid he was, just did a couple of drawers. Like in other words, they found it and they're gone. And he says, and this is a really GQ, really cut guy, Clemson, blah, 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 blah.
Nice steel.
And he says, he says, the cop tells him, he says, how will you know? He's telling him what happened in my room, his got room, but he's gone gambling and said, I don't know how much he lost. And this cop, he said, the cop looked at me, he said, how well you know your roommate? And he said, oh man, he would never do that. He said, I'm asking you, how well do you know your roommate? In other words, this ain't my first rodeo. How well do you know your roommate? He said, I ain't worried about him. He said, I'm sure he lost, he keeps money in his room, I'm sure he has lost money.
Martin.
Hey,
Hey.
he lost money too. So then he goes, then he says about 2 to 3 months later, everything dies down. He goes, he may not have been gambling that time, but he just wasn't there. But this time he's gone gambling and he's left a note on the thing that said, my half of the rent, $600, here it is. My $600 is here, just to put that towards your 600 to give to the lady, landlord. Then he comes in and sees that, and he picks it up and looks at it, and there's no $600 there. He said, I went, oh shit. He said, I went in there, and he said, I had hid my money, another, whatever it was, $1,000, $1,200. He said, I hid it in another drawer, and he said, it was all ramshacked, it was ramshacked. In other words, and so he comes back and says, what do you mean I took your money? I lost $600.
Because he left a note.
So he acted like he left 600 and then robbed him again. And of course, then he told me, that's when I moved out. He said, and I knew the cops told me, he said, he's stealing his money. No question about it. He's stealing his money. But then he tells me that, and so I do this. I said, he told me it's from Edgefield, one fat strip. So I look and I find a Kiesel, like Thomas Kiesel. I dial information file. I get the number, I call him up.